Hi guys, and welcome back to the Study Hack series. This is episode 11 in the series, and today we're going to talk about something that I've sort of touched on before, but we're going to go in more detail with it. I talked about it sort of in the vision study hack, where I talked about envisioning your future and finding reasons to study, but essentially around exam time and even before then, a lot of students struggle with motivation. In other words, they have a motivation problem and they struggle with finding reasons to sit down and study, because sometimes it can get really tough, sitting down, and sometimes, your brain can hurt and you can get tired from studying. So you need really reasons and motivation to push through, and that is essentially purpose. So again, we're going to start off with a quote here, which is that success demands singleness of purpose, and that's by Vince Lombardi, who's one of the great sports coaches of all time. And essentially, what he's saying is, in order to produce action, you need to have a reason behind it, or reasons behind it, and that's exactly what Andrew Carnegie talks about as well, one of the richest men throughout history, who transformed the world, said that essentially success can be broken down into three components. The first component is purpose, the second component is plan, and the third component is action. So in other words, you need to have a purpose, reasons for doing something, then you follow that with making a plan about how you're going to do it, and the third thing is you take action. Now, I've already talked about planning in a previous study hack, and I also talked about action because I give you action steps at the end of every single study hack as well, or throughout the study hacks. So what we're going to do is just talk about purpose, because this is something that students seem to be struggling with a lot. So essentially what I want you to do is find out reasons, basically, or find out why you need to study. Why is it important for you to study? And a lot of students say, oh, I don't need to study, I'm going to do this in the future. I don't need to study because I've got everything planned, I've got other things going on, and I don't need to, because look at all these people that study, and then where do they get in life? Well, is that true? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a load of reasons today, or reasons why students study, and then you can I can give you an idea of why it's important, and then you can come up with your own from that list, or you can make your own if they're separate from this list. But here are some common reasons why students sit down to study, okay? The first one is money. It is true that the smarter you are, the people with university degrees do earn more money throughout their lifetime than those without. Competition, so a desire to be better than other people, to maybe to beat a rival in grades or in life. Fun, some people find it intrinsically motivated, they find it fun to study. The feel-good factor of success. The fear of failure, they're worried about what happens if they don't study, they don't get the grades. Their peers, so maybe they're motivated by respect from their peers and those around them. Teachers, they want to maybe impress them, do good by them, or even prove some of them wrong. Recognition, so being recognized from the wider community, from getting good grades, which is what happens sometimes. Self-pride, so people are proud of themselves, that they actually did something with their education. Family pride, so their parents or siblings or other family members are proud of them. Career options, so they want a vast array of careers that they can pick from, so they realize, okay, the better the grades I get, the more options I have with what I do in the future. The university quality they go to, or the quality of the university, the better the grades that they get, the better the university that they're going to be attending, obviously. Fallback, so even if some people pursue a different avenue, they have their grades to fall back on just in case things don't quite go or don't quite work out with their first option. They have that sort of like that thing to fall back on, so they can the education or grades to fall back on, so they can still do something with their life. No regrets, so they don't want to have to regret not studying for the rest of their life, which is a big regret that people have. Some people want respect in later life, so respect for maybe the position they have. They realize that it will help them become better at overcoming life's problems and challenges, because throughout your education you are constantly doing that. They want to be a role model for others. This is a common one, so people want to, so that their friends or or younger siblings or family members look up to them. They realize that their grades stay with them forever. So something that you can't just wipe out. You know, your grades will be there with you throughout your entire life. Knowledge equals power. So, for example, some of the smartest people throughout history have gone on to take on the most powerful positions in society, such as Prime Minister of the UK or President of the United States. All extremely well-educated individuals. They want to be seen as successful in the eyes of society. They want to be rewarded by some people like parents or teachers or other people, or they want to avoid sanctions or punishment from parents or other individuals as well. So I've just given you a whole host of reasons why it's important to study, or what motivates certain individuals to study. Now, I've given you sort of like a template or ideas. What I want you to do, the action step that I want you to do, is I want you to write down as many reasons why it's important for you to study. Why is it important for you to get good grades? Okay, so I want you to come up with them by yourself, and you can use the ones that I've given you as well, but I want you to really write them down. And I want you to write down at least 5 reasons, okay, why it's important for you to get really, really good grades. And once you've done that, then hopefully you can remind yourself of those reasons on a daily basis, so that they can provide you with the motivation to get through difficult times in terms of when you're tired or you don't feel like it. Okay, so that is the study hack for today. Please like, comment and subscribe to my channel so you can keep getting content, and I will see you in the next study hack.